folks.
Going with all the tourists now.
Yeah. Apparently.
Turned around and we ended up.
Yeah. Yay us. Lucky us. But we're going to the Iditarod Museum here in Wasilla. Okay, Wasilla, Alaska. So, here we are. Because we are going to the Iditarod tomorrow.
Should we take a picture?
So we wanted to come stop here and see this before the Iditarod started. Alright, so here's the Joe Reddington Senior. Yeah. Okay, it's windy and cold. So Ryan Reddington. Okay, so that's Ryan Reddington.
He's one of the founders.
Yeah.
That's the grandfather.
That's the grandfather. Oh, okay. They talked about that.
Ryan or whatever.
Yep. He actually won it in 2023. Right, babe?
Yeah. Oh, the snow's really blowing around.
Alright. Oh, wow. Okay. Alright.
We like chauffeur, right?
I know. Seriously.
Should we sign in?
Yeah.
With everyone else on March, on this date.
Okay. First gonna sign in here.
Ohio, Georgia.
Anyway, so the Iditarod started in 1973.
So is this guy one of our favorites? Jerry?
This is one of our favorite guys. We met him in Nenana.
Yep, he randomly walked up to us. What did he say, Kate? He said,
You going hunting?
you going hunting?
Because I had a Denali shirt on with a bighorn sheep on. You going hunting? And then he introduced himself.
And said that he won that Iditarod.
And so
there it is, Nenana. We met him in Nenana.
So, yep, there he is.
Jerry.
Yep,
Riley.
good old Jerry. Still hanging out in Nenana. So, and
then Rick Swenson. He's one of the two most winning of all time. And Dick Mackey, that's the Mackey family. That's still, well then, later on, what's his name, where is he? Oh, Lance Mackey won it 4 times. Then, let's see, Rick Swenson. Oh, so there was Rick Mackey. Wait a sec, so there's Rick Swenson, and then Rick Mackey. And there's also a CV earlier. Oh, Dick. So there's Dick and there's Rick.
oh,
But I can't remember which ones. Which. And I didn't even realize that there was another lady that won it. Libby. And most recently Brent.
In 1985.
No, most recently is Reddington. The Reddington won it last year.
Yes, they just don't have it up yet.
Sass won it the year before, and he's booted.
Yeah, he's booted from this year's race.
Dallas has won it 5 times. Warner won it once, but he's back in Norway.
How are you guys doing?
Good. How you doing?
We're good.
Would you like to see the video? Since the buses have all come and gone.
Sure.
It's 30 minutes, so about the dogs and
Sure.
the
Yeah.
race, if
Yeah.
you want to see that, okay.
Yeah, that'd be great. So,
Do a little something so you
yeah.
You can marvel but not really understand their magnitude.
Alright.
And to watch
So
them
this-
run is to know just a fraction of their story. Those feet pound the snow and ice with a purpose that only a few intimately understand. This race was created to save them.
It's funny, I
This
know more
land
about
is
the
here to
Iditarod
frame them.
winners than
And the
about any other
canines known as
sport.
sled dogs have their
Isn't
own
that
place
sad?
in history.
Not sad,
in
but that's
history
just the one I
and
know.
evolution.
No.
Perhaps
good.
there is no athlete who has transformed so much arouse
Right.
more emotion.
Mine's with dogs.
That story has been told
Oh,
over and
Jeff's
over
the dog
in
whisperer?
my dogs, in this, their life cycles. The only thing, if I were to find a flaw with dogs, they haven't lived long enough.
Nowhere is a non-indigenous
That
species
wasn't
more at
Edie,
home
was
than
it?
in Alaska.
As
These
a
dogs
younger
helped
person?
tame this state, and in the Alaskan
Jono,
native
the pink
culture,
lady.
they were a hinge that kept people alive.
Whenever you see
Dee
pictures
Genre,
or
genre, or how do you say that?
museum items or animals in any
John
group,
Baker.
that group of people, then you're going to see a dog team. The dog team was there linked to surviving in our country.
You know, what a dog team has
Yeah, most of
really
the
brought
old guys
to
are out
and
now.
through and meant to the Arctic. It hasn't just been a race. The race is kind of the celebration of that relationship. But what truthfully it has done
Oh, yeah,
is
that's
allowed
Dee Dee.
people to feed their families.
Yeah.
It's allowed people nomadically to follow the resources and be
She
able
might
to
be
pick
somewhere.
berries and
Yeah.
to follow the
Together.
caribou herds and to travel
The
from
lady
village
in
to
the
village to
photo.
go to fish camp. It was part of the intricate subsistence
That we've been
lifestyle.
watching on.
The sled dog is a
Online.
part of the state's ancient and modern history. In 1917, Charles Sheldon lobbied to have this land set
Oh, so the
aside,
restart's at 2.
later becoming Denali National Park and Preserve. In 1980, it was
And Willow.
expanded to over 6 million
Okay.
acres.
These guys are not racing
Oh,
dogs,
fun.
they're freight hauling dogs, and that's what we're breeding for. I think they love their jobs. We often joke that the
That's what they live for. That's their passion, performance.
He's like, oh, I'm out of here.
Bruce Litton at Iditarod at 39 amongst a pack.
Do they choose to go? A question often asked by opponents of this race. One that arouses unique responses from those who are dedicated to the lifestyle.
I think that premise is flawed
that's
at the
Dee Dee.
very beginning of the statement,
Pink-
because
pink
they do
booties.
choose to do it. If they didn't choose, they wouldn't be going forward in harness. They could back out of that harness on their own, all they want. And you know, if a dog really doesn't want to go, I don't ask them to. I mean, I'm not interested in getting dogs to do things they're not interested in doing.
Minutia going through the swamps, going through the thickets. They overcome, and then at the end they feel pride. When they come back, they say, man, we handled that swamp or that portage or that stream or that thicket of burnt trees. They might have charry faces on their smiley furs, you know. But overcoming is where the pride is won. And I believe I can see it in the dogs' faces.
I mean, you see Salem, when I passed Swingley going down the Unacleet River in the Unacleet in 06, this dog zeroed in on his face, ears back, loping down the trail, clearly competitive. We want to get in front of that team. That can come from nothing but satisfaction from a competitive event, because there was nothing in it for him besides the desire.
Is it safe? Life isn't safe for any dog living on any city block or in any neighborhood. But those dogs are not poked, prodded, tested, researched, or cared for like these. These dogs travel the trail, and every 20 to 90 miles are stopped and checked by an army of volunteer veterinarians. They have gone through a battery of tests before getting to the race. EKGs, their blood is tested, and they are microchipped. Each dog carries all that data down the trail.
This dog, not only does she have a name and a history and a pedigree and a resume, but she's also, every single one of our dogs is microchipped. And this microchip number follows them throughout their life. At the beginning of each race,
This is Ollie.
every dog has to pass medical exams. Those medical exams include EKGs, so their hearts are tested to make sure that their hearts are healthy. Their bloods are tested to make sure they don't have high white blood cell counts or low red blood cell counts. And then all of this information is stored due to her microchip number. Now, over the years, Cha-Cha has run 8 Iditarods. All that information is
she ran
there. We
8?
can look back and say, wow, Cha-Cha's
Holy
hematocrit
cow.
was,
That's a lot.
43% when she started in 2003. And it's only, 41% in the 2008. What's different? And then the veterinarians will actually call you and say, okay, we've got an issue here. We have a 2% difference. Well, she was in season. she was in heat. And so it was obvious a biological issue where that never happened, you know, years ago.
The trail. Once an
So what do we have here?
This is the red lantern. This is for the one that comes in at the end. The halfway award. This is Dorothy Page, the mother of the Iditarod, and Joe Reddington Sr. is the father of the Iditarod.